Blowouts podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Bagels and Blowouts. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are going to be right back on track today. Don't you worry. So I am Jamie Crusoe, owner of Salon Luso in Naples, Florida.
I am Kathy Moran, and I own a bagel shop with my husband here called Brooklyn Dough.
So we have a few things that we have to fill in the viewers on.
We do.
So if anyone, which you all were listening, obviously, from episode 1, about our very famous cat girl.
Yes.
Yes.
You had a list of questions.
Well, first of all, we talked about what a furry was. So that broke into our story about.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I had a lot of questions about the cat girl. So do you bring the litter box out in public?
So she said, no sight of any litter box ever near practice or school. So she hasn't seen it, but we've heard about it. And this is not the only place. Ohio, I'm hearing about it locally even.
Which brings us to the next point of Zoe said that one of her friends is a barber and his daughter goes to school with another furry. And he would love to talk about it on the podcast.
There's so much.
So the options are endless here. What preference of kitty litter does the cat prefer?
She didn't know, but I'm going to go with hypoallergenic, maybe like something that is safe. Okay. I mean, because what if she gets down in it? I don't think she has the capability of what cats do when they clean themselves, right?
But does a cat need hypoallergenic kitty litter?
No, but I'm just for irritation, I'm thinking. Do you know what I mean? Because the cat will go to the bathroom and then they scurry away and then they lick themselves
irritation,
clean.
We're going to have to get this cat some Balmex?
I think.
Is that what it's right about? Balmex is diaper rash cream. Yeah.
Well, that's something.
If
she uses, so we don't know about the litter, but I'm just going to go on a limb and say it's got to be something safe.
Well, something safe.
Yeah.
Or
sand.
We might have to send them some
beach sand.
Bum cream, some of that Brazilian butt cream. Okay. So does she wear a leash?
No idea if she wears a leash. I have as little as contact with her as possible.
Okay. How does she hit the volleyball?
She's just super honest. She's awful at volleyball. I can't imagine why. I mean, you want raw. This is raw, right? This is real.
Does she cough or does she have hairballs?
No coughs or hairballs in front of me.
What made her want to be a cat?
Okay. This is the exact word for word. I swear this is not my words.
Oh man, should I go get the tissues?
No, maybe. She said she identifies as a furry cat. But I think it's because she has mental issues and her parents are hillbillies. I mean, you would have to agree. I mean, I don't know. The ice. We got a new ice machine. Do you hear that?
It works.
It does work.
It definitely
does work.
Oh, so Kathy, how was your week?
So I got a new car. I was very excited about that.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a new Mercedes, my dream car. I love it. I worked so hard to get it, and it's so exciting to actually be able to do that on your own, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got that. And I'm very excited about that. So I wanted to go for a ride. And I was dropping somebody off at Mercedes in Bonita. So I decided I was going to go to Walmart. I'm going to go to Walmart. I mean, do you go to Walmart?
Occasionally.
There's a lot going on there. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I get just a few things and I'm in the line and this old guy behind me just pushes his stuff with mine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And the lady goes, oh, sir, excuse me, are you together? And I'm like, no, we're not. And he goes, oh, I thought maybe she'd pay for mine. Pay for mine? I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I thought that's what he was thinking. And I'm like, no, put it back. People are doing these things. We're just giving other people, I don't understand.
Well, but obviously you're supposed to pay for yourself.
I'm going to tell you the truth. This is not the first time this has happened to me. I swear to God, it is not. That has happened to me before. And I almost felt like it was deja vu, but it wasn't because it was somewhere else. But someone tried to do that to me before too. I mean,
Like,
people are just
like
wild.
or just pay for my stuff.
Yeah, just pay for it. Well, I thought maybe she'd pay for it because I only had one or two things. Oh, okay. No, absolutely not.
So
So that was Walmart.
that was at Walmart.
Yes.
Okay.
Down over in North Naples. And then I
Okay.
decided I was going to go with my brand new car. I parked real far away.
Real far. No scratches on that thing.
Yeah. And then I don't know what I was thinking. I said, well, I'm going to go to Trader Joe's because I'm right over here. Maybe I'd gone over to Trader Joe's
Yeah.
in that parking lot.
Wild.
I might just park at Marshall's. Just don't even.
Just walk there.
No, walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Like you're literally every second.
Did you pay for someone's groceries at Trader
I
Joe's?
did not. They're really on it at Trader Joe's. They call you over with a little bell or whatever. I'm like, okay, they got me. They don't let anybody else come and like up on it. It's just, yeah, they're totally different.
They have good flowers there.
I love it.
Great flowers,
I love
Trader
it.
Joe's. I
Got
love
some
it.
sunflowers there.
Yes. Hydrangeas. Great prices too.
They do.
Yeah.
I really like Trader Joe's.
And speaking of grocery stores, so did I ever tell you about my friend Maggie?
No.
Okay, so Maggie is one of my best friends for a long time, very long time. And she is born and raised in New Jersey, but her father, everyone in her family is not. They're all born and raised in Italy. So her father is going to be 80 years old. He has this strong accent. Still to this day, sometimes I don't know like what language. I feel like he starts speaking a sentence. I'm like, there was half Italian in it, half English,
Love
the
it.
English. And I feel like sometimes when people have such a great accent, it makes everything they say funnier, even if they're not trying to be funny.
Sure.
So I think we should call her and have her tell the story. You got to hear the
I
story.
would love for you to call
Okay.
her.
So, all right, let's get her on the phone. Hold on.
I love it.
Oh my God.
So how old is he? He's probably in
He's
his
gonna be
70s or
80.
something?
He's 79.
Oh, 80. Okay.
So, and Maggie is 30. I think she's only like 30, 36, maybe 35, 36. So,
that's like how it is in my family.
yeah.
My parents were that old.
But you're
too.
72.
I am 72.
So, I mean, you're looking real good for your age. All right, let's
love
call
it.
Maggie. Let me turn the volume so we can hear her.
Hello.
Hey, Mitch.
How's it going?
I just said her name was Maggie.
She has a lot of names. My husband calls her Mitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, her real
That's what we
name
do in your
is
family, apparently.
Margarita Rosa De Mayo.
Oh,
Very Italian.
She's gonna love that you just said that.
On camera. Well, no, it's not really on camera. You're just on the microphone. So, Maggie, we were talking about your father. We were talking about grocery stores, whatever. So, can you tell us a story about your dad in ShopRite when you were like in middle school?
God. Yes.
But you got to use his accent.
I'll do my best.
Ugh. My
It
kids
was
don't have a
literally
problem with
one
mine.
of the most like traumatizing experiences I've had with him. Traumatizing, embarrassing, all the things. So I guess it was like Easter time, and my family was hosting. And this new ShopRite opened up, and it was all very exciting. And he had heard that, they had good prices and there were sales on things. So he was like, Maggie, do you want to go? So I said, sure. I was maybe in like middle school. Yeah, had to have been like middle school. So I go with him. We pick out, he wants to get lobsters for Easter dinner. And we got like the live lobsters, like from the tank. And he gets them in a bag, and we go to the checkout line. So we get to the checkout line, and it's like two old ladies. The old lady is the cashier, and then there's an old lady, buying her groceries.
That's the best.
He's already pissed off that there's two old ladies in front of him.
Mad, yeah, already it's not good. So now the woman has like a whole bunch of things. The lady is slow scanning all the stuff, and then all of a sudden there's like a commotion about a melon, right? So they scan the melon. The melon is supposed to be 79 cents, and the lady is like, oh well, it's ringing up as 89 cents, and they're going back and forth. And mind you, like my father has live lobsters in his hand. So this is going on for like way too long. My father Like, I could just see, like, the tension, like, building up. Like, the smoke is starting to come out of his ears. I'm like, oh, my God, this is not good. So, finally, he interjects, and he's like, Senora, please, I give you $1. Like, to move it along. Senora, please, 89 cents, 79 cents, here's $1. And the woman's like, no, this isn't right. I gotta call this person. You know, so then she starts, you know, flashing her light, you know, to go get help. And my father had it. All of a sudden, he takes the friggin' bag and he throws it on the belt.
Stop.
And now a commotion is happening because these live lobsters are now crawling all over this poor old lady's groceries. And he's screaming, he's cursing in Italian, English, anything. The manager comes over and is like, sir, what's the problem? He's like, you got old ladies working here. It's 79 cents. I tried to give her $1. I gotta go. It's taking too much time. He's screaming.
Oh, my God.
This, you know, the manager is like, this is it. Like, you're done. You know, he's causing such a commotion. My father's face is red. He's like, you're out. You're banned. Done. So
You're so embarrassed because you're like 12.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, I can't even believe it, you know? And then so we walk out. My father's like, fuck this place. You know, we're never coming back. This is it. You know, they're hiring old people. This is it. So
They're hiring old people.
We leave and we're walking towards the car and he's still like fuming. And then like he gets really silent. And then we're about to approach the car, he goes, Maggie, we got to go back. And I said, we got to go back. Like, the guy told you you're done. Like, you're never allowed in ShopRite again. Like, they probably have your picture on the wall at this point. You know, like, if this guy ever comes back, you got to send him right back out the door. And he goes, no, we got to go back. And I said, God, we can't go back. You're banned for life. And he goes, but that was a good price on a lobster. What are we going to eat? We got to eat. So my father goes back into the store and goes into another checkout line.
Stop it.
Did you go with him?
Absolutely mortified. No. I never went shopping with him again until I was like almost 30 years old. So he did
We got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I would love to get
Maggie, how do you think your dad will do on the podcast?
I don't know. He's a good storyteller.
He's such a good storyteller.
But he doesn't even like realize how funny he is.
No, he's hysterical. We got it. You know what? You have so many good stories about your dad. We're going to, in like a month, we'll do another Frank story. Love it. Because he's famous. He's going to be famous on the podcast.
It could be a whole segment of.
Yeah, and by the time he gets out, we'll be fluent in Italian.
Because Kathy's going to Italy in a month.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
And she says that when she has a gummy,
The edibles, yeah.
an edible, she all of a sudden magically speaks fluent Italian.
Fluent.
So she said, by then I'll be fluent in Italian. So then we can have him on the podcast.
I might have to have a
Oh,
gummy.
yeah, no, sure. That's how I play it. And it's
Yeah.
I'm always so very nervous to speak, but then you get a couple glasses of wine, you don't care what you're saying anymore.
Yeah, they don't care.
Right?
No, they don't care.
It's whatever, you're fluent.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, when we hang up, I'm going to tell everybody the story how I called my dad a girl.
Oh, God.
All right, Mag.
Bye, Maggie.
All right, I'll chat you when we're done filming. All right,
Have
sis.
fun.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. So, Kath, you're leaving 2 weeks to go to Italy.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, 3 weeks.
Excited.
And you speak Italian or you?
Well, I think I do. I mean, sometimes. Sometimes I do, and I have a little Ambien with a little mixture of coffee.
All right, you got to do. So, what is your cocktail of choice?
So I've been really having trouble sleeping for a long time. So I decided I gotta get something. I gotta get something other than melatonin. You can't take melatonin. Like everyone's
No.
different with melatonin, and then after a while, it doesn't work. So do you know you have to go to a psychiatrist to get that? So I had to go to a psychiatrist.
For melatonin?
No, for the
Oh,
Ambien.
for the Ambien.
Yeah, Ambien. So I had to go make this appointment, and I have to sit there, and I was so nervous. I'm like, all right, I just can't sleep. I don't like, what else do you want to know from me? So I go get my appointment, and she gave me a couple different prescriptions. Nothing worked. So finally she said to me, okay, I'm going to give you Ambien. And she's like, are you married? I'm like, yeah, why? And she's, well, you're going to let your husband know. I go, why do I have to let him know? Wait, what? And she goes, yeah, because some of the side effects are that you like talk and you sleep, walk and you sleep, cook and you sleep, do whatever and you sleep.
Oh, that's right. Cooking. So have you done the cooking?
No, I haven't done any of that yet.
That's probably
because it didn't
happening.
work. So I take the Ambien, it doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, this isn't working. So now I'm going to make my own mixology,
Yeah, I mean,
So I said, I'm going to give myself a little bite of my weed gummy and then the Ambien. Works like a charm. But the only problem is it takes a good 45 minutes to an hour to finally go to sleep. So I'm so wild, and I just start speaking in Italian, like fluent Italian. And Nick is like, okay. Like, he just wants to go to sleep. He just wants to go to sleep. And then I would just start laughing, and I would say something else in Italian. And he's just like, oh my God. He's like, I know, you're good. You're fluent. You should talk to Brendan.
Should we put this
He
to the
always
test?
says
Should
that.
we have Nick film you?
He said that. He told me.
I
He
think
goes,
we
I'm
should-
going to film you
Should
for
we
your
call Nick?
podcast because no one will believe it.
Should we call Rosetta Stone? Maybe you could get a job there teaching Italian.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I think I can. I just have to have my
I need to
mixology.
see this on camera.
You do have to see it because I guess it's pretty funny. I mean, I laugh. Like, sometimes he's laughing, but sometimes he's not. Like one time he was like, I got a little too big of a bite. You got to be careful because I got a nerd rope and I take a little bite and I know exactly how much I can take. Sometimes I take a little extra and it just makes it even worse. Not for me, for Nick. It makes it worse for him. So he was like, he had his foot up or something, and my mouth was dry. I had like cotton mouth. So I got to take a piece of gum. I need something because I can't be eating candy all night, So I'm like, oh, I'll just get this gum. And I don't know, he had his foot like kind of in front of me, and I was like, I don't know. I don't even know why. I just took my gum out and put it right between his toes. He doesn't feel it.
His toes.
Right between his toes. I don't know. His foot was there and it was annoying. I wanted to throw the gum out.
So his foot was bothering you.
It was bothering me. And then the gum didn't taste good anymore. And I think I just
Or his toes
was looking
like
for a
spread
place to put
apart?
it.
Like,
No,
like,
it was just a foot. It's just a foot. And I think I wanted to throw out, and I didn't want to get up because that also makes you very like, you don't want to really move. So I just stuck it between his toe and he didn't feel it. And all of a sudden he gets up and he's like, what the He goes, what is wrong with you?
did you
And
mix
I'm
the
like,
nerd rope with the Ambien?
I mixed the nerd rope with the Ambien. And I didn't want to go to bed and brush my teeth yet. So I was just like sitting up. So he's like, you better get this up. I go, I'll go get the peanut butter. He's like, don't get peanut butter. I'm like, isn't that what you use to get gum out of your hair and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Peanut butter. So he wasn't having the peanut butter. So Erica at the skin room had given me some samples. And I happened to have like a little, those little blue jars she gives you? I had a little bit of the facial scrub. So I'm like, all right, well, he was so mad and I was starting to get nervous. I'm like, I don't really, I wasn't trying to get him mad, And so I'm like, all right, I'll just put a little of that, just a little, because, she said a little goes a long way. So I just assumed. So I put it on a towel and I'm like getting it off and he's yelling at me and I'm like, you should be happy. And he's like, what? I said, you should be grateful. It's funny how you remember things when you're high. And he goes, what do you mean I should be grateful? He goes, you just put gum between my toes. I go, I just used $50 worth of products on your foot. He's like, get out of here.
Who's
But I
gonna be
could see
grateful
him
right now?
laughing.
Skin room.
I know.
Skin room. Oh,
I
she
know.
might be a
He's gonna
little
get his
not
ass
happy
up.
about that you wasted the product on his toe.
No, she told me never to waste products.
No.
When I told her I use the face wipe. She said use it to clean your feet. Oh my God, I didn't even think of it. I just thought of that just now.
Are you high now?
No. Do I look like a liar? No. I'm just
The Ambien and the nerd
wild.
rope.
It's wild.
That is quite a cocktail.
But it works. It works for me. I don't know. Everyone's different. I have not got up at all in the middle of the night doing anything strange. I'm a little bit wild.
you haven't
before
cooked
bed.
yet. No cooking. No cleaning.
No. Yesterday, what did he say to me last night? He said, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm pilling it. He's like, do not say that on your podcast.
Here we are.
I go, well, now that you brought it up, now I'm going to have to.
You can't
Right?
tell us not to say it because
You
we're
can't. You
definitely
can't.
going to say it.
He's like, don't tell people that. And I'm like, they'll know what it means. Now you know what it means. And he's just like, oh my God, you're so crazy. He goes, well, you said I can watch football. I'm like, I know. Well, here it goes again. I start with the Italian. And then he's watching like maybe 5 minutes of football. And I'm going, oh, I don't really want to watch football. And he's like, wait, we just came downstairs, came into bed so I could watch football. I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like it. He's like, oh my God.
Did he run and hide the gum?
He's like, I'm surprised he did it. I didn't have any gum in my mouth. I already brushed my teeth by then.
I mean, if Nick was really smart, he would de-gum your entire
He would
home.
like hide everything from me.
Everything.
And then maybe give me like a good 20 minutes before he comes downstairs to go to bed.
Where do you like feel like these Italian words come from?
Well, I mean, I am practicing for when I go to Italy.
Like you have an app that you
An app.
use?
Yeah. Pimsler. Or Pimsler, how you say it. I don't know.
Well, how do you say it in Italian since you know how to speak?
Pimsler. I don't know. I'm so good at it. My accent is so good.
It's so good. It's really going to come in handy when you're there.
It is.
They really appreciate when you're in Italy and you try to speak their language.
Well, they do. Every time I go there, they try. I've been there already twice, and they expect it. And I feel bad. You know, I want to learn something, so I know a few things, and I'll know even more by the time I get there.
You know, did I tell you when I was in Italy how, I also thought I knew how to speak Italian after a couple glasses of wine?
Oh my God, I love it.
So we're at the bar. My girlfriend, Maggie, hasn't been there since she's like 16. And she's like, like in my parents' town, like women don't go to the bars. So we go to the bar.
Sure.
We got the bar. And these guys, everybody's trying to talk about who's asking us if they want to go on the boat. I'm pretending like I know Italian. And every time they would try to speak to me, I would point at Maggie and go, no, talk to her. She speaks. So now I'm, a couple Peronis deep.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Fluent.
Amazing.
I am fluent. It's like I had my own Ambien and Nerve rope.
Oh, see? Everyone
So
has their
I'm
own
there
cocktail.
and I'm chatting up and I'm talking to this girl named Juicy. And she said, like,
Wait,
where's your...
was her name Juicy or
What-
was she
no,
wearing
well-
a Juicy sweatshirt?
No. We were told her name was Juicy.
In Italian?
Juicy. Oh my God, we should call Maggie back. So
I love it.
she's asking me, and I'm telling her where my father's from. My father, he's from Avellino. His family is from Avellino. And everyone is cracking up. Maggie has like tears coming down her face. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? I know what I said. She goes, no, you don't. I go, well, what did I say? She goes, you keep calling your dad a girl.
Oh my God.
Because you know how like I was saying mia padre, M-I-A. So you would say it if it was your mother, mia madre. So I'm going mia padre. And like, no wonder why they're all fucking looked at
Oh,
me.
that is definitely something that I'm learning.
Yeah, well,
There's
you
definitely like a
you better
difference.
keep popping the Ambien
mean,
then
we're
so you get it right.
Yeah, I have to. I know.
And for the record,
I'm gonna bring
Drew
that up.
Outdoors is very much a male.
He's very much.
My father identifies as a man.
Oh, good.
He's a man.
That's good.
He's not a furry. Sorry, Nick.
He's not.
He's a man.
It's good to
Yeah,
know.
Drew Outdoors. Well, you know he plants all his radishes and
I know. I
pumpkin
love it.
patch and whatever the hell he's got
love
going on.
it.
Zucchinis the size of a baseball bat.
I love it.
I
I think
know.
it is so awesome that he does those.
We're gonna
kind of
get
things.
him his own YouTube channel. Nick, that's your next job. We gotta get Drew Outdoors on Instagram at Drew Outdoors. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we have to do like a live video from there, so
Oh
we'll have
my
to go.
God. We should
have to
go
go.
there. Yes.
So speaking of parents, did I ever talk to you about my mom at all?
No.
She was quite interesting, my mother, for sure. I mean, mom of 7 kids, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But she had this obsession with I can't even say it. I can't even. Who has an obsession with cemeteries? I don't know why, but she did. I can't even say it out loud. Like my mother had an obsession. So we would go to the cemetery every time I'd go home to visit. I'm like, before my dad died, before my mom died, we would always have to go to the
So
cemetery.
no one's dead and we're going to the cemetery.
Well, my grandparents and my brother's buried with them, but my mom knew everyone in the cemetery. She knew every single one. There was probably 50,000 people there. She knew them all. She'd say, oh, I know him, his brother, my mother. I'm like, oh my God. So it was like a nightmare for me to go to the cemetery. I just hate it. I still hate it. It's not my thing. I'm not a cemetery person. So for years, my mom, they already had everything set up. They already had their big giant angel, the big, like their whole like thing all set up for years. They paid for it in advance. Everything's done. So my mom would go visit my grandmother and grandfather and my brother, and then scurry over to her, set her gravesite, and put flowers on it. She put flowers on her own gravesite. Before my dad died, before my mom, she would put flowers there. And I'm like, oh my God, what? And my uncle would come. He lives around the corner. He's like, he's in his 90s, hysterical. He'd come when she wasn't, obviously when she wasn't there. And he'd put those old grapes, remember those old like grapes and like with the vines and stuff, the rubber. And my mother hated that. He would like wrap it all around, like sick. Like, what are we doing? We're at a cemetery. So she did. She put her own flowers. So finally, my mom just passed away just recently. But before she did, we're back at the cemetery again because we always had to go every single time. It was a ride to the cemetery. And she says to me, so what side do you think I'm going to be on? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know, Mom, whatever. Right there, I guess. I don't know. You're standing on it. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to her. Like, but she was so obsessed. And then she had the Alzheimer's, and it just wasn't a good idea to bring her to the cemetery because
oh no,
oh my God,
no.
there's a funeral going on. I know them. I got to go over there. I'm like, Mom, we're not
going.
And she's like, but I know them. And I'm like, oh, my daughter's like, Ma, get her in the car. I'm like, you brought her over here. So we're like going back and forth trying to get my mother in the car, but she knows the people and she's waving at them. And I'm like, oh my God. Literally in the middle, the priest is talking and my mother's waving to these people. Hi. I'm like, oh, but yeah, insane. My mom did the craziest things in the nursing home. She used to steal stuff. So my poor sister, she did so much. My sister was there all the time. Thank God I lived here because I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. Stealing, like maintenance people would come in, she'd steal a hammer and hide it. Now then she starts doing artifacts.
She like,
oh yeah, snacks all the time. Whenever the tray was out there, I probably took people's pills. Probably where I got the Ambien from.
It's definitely where you got the Ambien
My mother probably was taking people's Ambien.
Yes.
One time I got in there, she stole this big giant picture of Jesus and Mary. Mom, you're stealing.
Maybe she was
Catholic
stockpiling for her gravesite.
I don't know. I go, Mom, where'd you get this? She goes, oh, that's mine. I've had it. And the guy's going to put it up. I'm like, I don't think you've had it. And then you walk over. And then she wants to go for the same walk every single time. And we'd have to go back in and walk down the hallway and see all the nuns that look like men. Like the old nuns, they look like men. And all of a sudden, there was this dirt mark. Like
they weren't sure what they identified as.
Oh, they did not know. They still don't know. So you could see the line of the dust where the picture was. I go, Ma, I think that's where Jesus and Mary were. She goes, what? Like, I didn't know it. Like, I mean, the things that she did, she was wild, my mother. Just wild. Wild. Can you imagine?
Yes, Kathy.
The embarrassment of my poor sister.
I mean, your mom must have been fairly young.
No, well, she was 87. So.
You're 72.
Yeah. She was young when she had me.
Yes.
She was very young when she had me.
Very young.
Yeah.
That's probably where you get the good skin from.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? Did I tell you that my friend read your thing or watched our podcast and told me how she's trying now to do the 10 minutes in the morning?
Oh my
She said she
God,
can't
I
do it in the
did
morning.
read that.
She said she can't do it in the morning. Like me, we're not doing it in the
Meditating
morning.
in the morning?
Or doing the whole.
Or writing 10 things that she's grateful for.
Writing 10 things that she's grateful for. Like, she's doing that at night, but she's doing it. I love it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like,
It's good. It's so good.
I was so happy to hear that,
It literally changed everything. I'm also, by the way, reading another book. I posted it on social media the other day, and actually someone messaged me today. It's called The Power of Discipline. It's very good. Very good.
Should I probably read that before I take my candy at night?
I mean,
I have
if
to
you
be
take your
disciplined.
candy, you're probably going to try to read it in Italian. You could see if they make an Italian version. You'll learn so much
I'm
then.
going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Oh my God. Maybe you could teach us Italian on the podcast one day.
I think I will.
Our viewers would probably really like to hear
I mean,
you.
you'd get a lot out of it.
You can get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm. This
So
is good. We're talking about good stuff here.
I know
Love it.
we have some very, intelligent information we need to share with the people.
Did I tell you? Also, I saw a guy the other day. Oh, knocking shit over. I saw a guy the other day, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you know Jamie. She's a beast at the gym." I'm like, "Oh, really?"
Who did you see?
I'm like, Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy next
Jimmy.
door. Yeah.
Jimmy, get your ass in the
I
gym.
know.
Where you been?
I don't know.
All right,
I'm on a
anyway,
health
sorry.
kick.
All right.
So I brought these things I want you to try.
What are they?
I'm on a health kick. I'm
Am I eating a nerd rope on
my
camera?
health kick is my morning yoga with my eyes closed for like 5-10 minutes.
In
I
bed.
stretch in bed. Oh, in bed.
You stretch it was a mental
Yes.
stretch.
And then I take, yes. And then I got these things so I don't have to eat because I don't like vegetables. And you probably eat healthy.
For the most part, except when you give me bagels.
Yeah, that's true. But that's okay. I mean, you can have vegetable cream cheese with it. So anyway, try this.
What is it?
Open it up. What is Give it a shot. Nick, you have to try one of these too. So they're called gruns, I think. Is that how you say it?
Gruns. Is
Gruns.
this German?
It's holistic. It looks German,
Yeah,
doesn't
like
it?
holistic nutrition.
Look
Whole
at-
foods, veggies and fruits, vitamins, minerals. We're gonna skip the word because I don't want to screw it up on camera. And
Yeah.
antioxidants, gut health, and more.
Right.
What's the and more?
It's packed with 60 vitamins and minerals.
So these are chewables.
They're gummies. But they're not the kind of gummy that I have at home. I mean,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Gut
My night
health,
gum.
energy. We don't need any more energy in this
No.
one because we have plenty of it. Immunity, cognition, beauty, and recovery. Well, let's rip it open for the beauty.
I think you should rip it open.
We'll do
and
it just
try
for the beauty. If anything, for the beauty.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
to try them. Nick, you got to try one of these because I don't know. You eat the whole pack. That's
You
it.
eat
They
the-
come
you
in
eat
like,
these
they come
every
in a big
day?
bag.
Do you eat
You're
these
supposed
every
to
day?
eat them every day. What do you think? I mean, does it taste like greens? Don't spit it out.
It's actually pretty good.
Right? Is that weird?
Oh, gruns.
Oh, the
I don't know
gummy.
how you say this, everyone.
I don't know how to say it either. Maybe someone can tell us.
Gruns. Do we have
Look,
anyone?
Gruns.
Gruns.
They're like little green
Can you
gummies.
say it in your Italian accent?
Gruns. Mangia the gruns. See how good I am in Italian? Nick, you want to try one? You're gonna believe it. I mean, Jamie. They're so good. I already had mine for
Oh,
the day. You
man.
have the rest of them.
All right, wait.
I think these are crazy.
Wait, so when I was younger, I loved like fruit roll-ups. I
Right?
used to love fruit roll-ups. Fruit by the foot.
I like it now.
Yeah. You like the special roll-ups?
I do like the special roll-ups.
Wait, these are actually really good.
Can you believe it?
Oh,
It tastes like a green fruit roll-up.
There's the ice.
make it ice.
Mhm.
Oh my God. I have an ice bath.
Ice bath.
Do you know what ice bathing is? It's a thing. Everybody does it now.
You got one.
My husband bought us a portable one. Hold on. Let me eat my vegetables.
I mean, it's shocking how good they are. Put them in your purse. They come in a big bag and they have like maybe 80
You told
or
me how to eat
180.
them.
What?
You're good.
You told me how to eat them.
That's what I'm
eating
saying. But you can put them, you can buy the pack
Oh,
and they
look,
come
we
with a
can
whole bunch
scan
of
it.
packs.
Hold on.
Oh, you could scan it.
Gruns. Gut health. Prebiotics. They're prebiotics. I need this.
Right?
Brain health. I wonder if it helps you speak fluent Italian too.
I think it does.
I might.
You know what? I already feel it. Do you feel it?
You
I'm
know,
actually dizzy
I
because that's
feel
the most vegetables I've
I
had.
feel like all of a sudden I have so much energy right now. Okay, wait.
They're surprisingly good. And I think they're new.
Do you like the movie My Cousin Vinny?
Who doesn't love that movie? I
Oh,
love that movie.
So it's like literally one of my families, like, you know how each family has like a top couple of movies they love?
Yeah.
So my family's is Dumb and Dumber. My dad likes Caddyshack.
Oh, yeah, love it.
My Cousin Vinny for sure. It could be like the
That's
number
probably
one.
one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best ones. So the other day, I had a nail. I get a nail in my tire. We live in Naples. Everybody gets nails in the tires, right?
Oh my God,
Everywhere
so
because
many.
there's construction everywhere. So I have another nail in my tire. I go to this great place down the street that I love. I go there and this guy did not want to be bothered, right?
Oh.
So I pull in, I get out, and I walk into like, in the gas station where, they have like sell the water, gum, all that crap.
Sure.
So the guy's like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah. I need my tire plug. He's like, oh, you and the rest of Naples. I want to be like, dude, can you get the job done or not? Like, yeah, the rest of Naples. You also work at a place that plugs tires. So I don't know what you want to say. So I'm like, how can I get this guy to laugh? Because you know me, because that's how we are.
Yeah,
and I,
you
like,
want to
we're
lighten
funny.
it up. You want to lighten up.
Right. So Zoe's sitting in the car. We literally have 20 minutes to get back to work. So we fly there. So he goes in the bay. He grabs like cardboard. Now, I come from a very handy family. We know my dad drew outdoors. The guy does everything. So you like that, Mom? I'm giving Daddy credit now.
And
Dad, do you
Susan
feel better?
Seamstress.
He felt like I was giving all the credit to my
What
mom.
about Seamstress Sue?
Oh, Seamstress Sue, salmon
Say
Sue. We
that
didn't forget
fast.
about you.
I can't even
So
say it.
this guy comes out, and I feel like I'm pretty handy for a woman, you know. So he throws cardboard on the ground. He comes out with like the stuff that they plug the tire. What is it called, Nick? I don't know. What is this stuff called?
Like a cork or like a fix it. It's like plug.
Yeah, but it's like long. I don't know what the rubber. Maybe it's rubber. I don't know what it. Yeah, rubber. Okay.
You're not
With
showing off your handy
pliers.
skills right now.
So he's like, get in the car and roll it up. What?
So you're not showing off your handy woman skills right
Yeah,
now.
but no,
You're
right now.
What is that thing?
I just don't know what the
You're
actual
not
stuff is
good
they
with
plug
it.
it
Oh,
with.
okay.
So I'm like watching the guy. I was like, I could do this, and the guy's like,
Oh my
you
God.
don't want to do this.
Just stop it.
So I'm like, no, for real. Like, I'm pretty freaking handy. Like, if I could figure out how to do this myself, I literally would. I would not waste. I would save 20 minutes of my life to come here and get this tire plugged.
Like
Like,
I one less person in all of
yeah,
Naples
that would
that needed him.
So the guy's like, you don't want to do this. Trust me. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm still gonna watch you anyway. Like, my dad made me learn how to drive a stick. Like, I'm a badass. I can do it. So he pulls the thing out and I plugs the tire. I was like, it's that easy. And the guy looks at me. He's like, yeah. What? Okay. I can do this. Sign me up. I can definitely do this. And now he's starting to crack a smile because I'm like telling him I really think this guy doesn't believe me. I can do it. So you know what? I want to get a nail in my tire and go back there and just do it in front of him, just to show him that I can do it. Right? So now it's like, I'm like, I'm gonna make this guy laugh. So he's cracking his smile now. So he gets up. So I was like, this is easy. Let's go. I get Zoe. We're gonna learn how to do this.
Oh.
Part of working at Salon Lou, so we gotta learn how to plug tires,
So I
right?
was like, oh no, thanks.
He's like, you know what? And obviously I have an accent. I'm from New Jersey. And he's like, you know who you remind me of? I go, who?
No,
He goes, Marissa Tomei. I literally go, I feel like a celebrity. Like, I feel like I just died and went to heaven. That's one of my favorite movies. I go, how's your Chinese food?
Oh my God, I love it.
Do you know the famous line in the movie?
I think so. Say it.
Where he gets mud in the tires. So Marissa Tomei and Joe Pesci pull up to, they drive from New York.
Yes.
And like the tire is wobbling and Joe Pesci gets out and they get out and like he's in all black with a leather jacket and the gold chain. I remember what she was wearing. She's wearing a black mini dress. She's got a purple camera. She's got a white leather jacket on. It's white, it's white and black. She's got the skunk stripe in her hair, the gray, right?
Love
Nick
her.
shaking his head. He knows exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So they get out and she goes, I think you should put it on a rack and take a look. And he's like, looks at her. She goes, I'm telling you, something went out of whack out there when we hit the mud. So he's like, yeah, all right. So this guy walks over. He walks up to them and he says, like, you got mud in your tires. And Joe Pesci looks at him and goes, mud in your tires? He goes, yeah, it's an expression,
Oh, I remember
and I forget the exact like explanation of like, it gets mud in the tire, or whatever, it throws the wheel off balance. And he looked at Marissa Tomei and he goes, did you ever hear that? Mud in the tires? And she goes, and he goes, she never heard of it. She knows everything about cars. The guy starts laughing.
That's right.
So then he says like,
I
like,
remember it.
I forget when she goes, well, oh no, that was when she was on the stand. On the stand, she goes, my father was a mechanic. My father's father was a mechanic. My 3 brothers are mechanics. Yes. Best movie
Love her.
ever. One of the best. I literally, we should have a whole My Cousin Vinny themed day.
We should.
Maybe we can get Joe Pesci on the,
Do the skunk strip too.
oh my God, we have to do the skunk
I
strip.
love that.
You know what? I
I don't know. Some people have it. Some people make it as a.
I really don't know.
I mean, I have a skunk strip out.
Your whole head is a skunk strip.
Did I ever tell you about my experience that I had a couple years ago with a group of friends that I don't see very often? And we went out for dinner. And we're all sitting there. It's probably about maybe 15 of us. So it was a big party. And everyone kind of like scooted me over next to the new member of the group. And so I sit down and I'm going to get my drink or whatever. And I look over and she's like this. And I'm like,
Well, it's not funny, actually.
no, I swear to God, she fell asleep. Oh, no, I know now she fell asleep, but I didn't know she did. I said, oh my God. I was so
I was like,
nervous.
is she okay? Should we call an ambulance?
Right?
What's
the head's
wrong?
bobbing. Her head's bobbing. We're just getting a drink now. Like we haven't even had a full drink yet. We're already
No.
head bobbing.
Never even had a full drink
And
yet.
I'm going, oh my God. And of course, Nick's way on the other side. And then I see my friends over here laughing. And I'm like, okay, so she must be all right. Now we get our food. Head starts bobbing again. I'm going, oh my God. There's something wrong with her. What is wrong? What's wrong with her, right?
Kathy, I would have died.
She's got the narcolepsy. Have you ever heard of that? I swear to God. That's what she has. The narcolepsy. That's what they say. Isn't that what you call it? The narcolepsy? No, it's narcolepsy.
Did you see Deuce Bigelow, Male Chulo?
No. Probably. I don't remember any of this shit.
Rob Schneider.
Yes.
And he goes on a date with a girl that has narcolepsy.
Oh,
And
yes. He
She
pulls
has
her
a
back
ponytail and he ties it to the
up. So she has
to
a,
dinner. Sorry.
this lady's head wasn't, she didn't have enough hair for a ponytail. Can you imagine? And not telling me? Like,
That was a good
horrible.
prank,
I was like horrified. But now I know what it means to have narcolepsy. And that must be what I have it like after I take my Ambien. My Nick is like, damn, she's out. Poor Nick. He must hate it. I'm going to film it. I promise. I'm going to have him film it. So
You wanna
can
show
really
that-
see the real me and know, like, it's serious. I love it.
I think I'm gonna love just watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to know at what point of the narcolepsy does the Italian come out? Was it like right before?
Oh, no.
Is it like,
I don't know. No, I think I wait. I must really like think about it over here about like what I'm going to say, and then I just like throw it out. It's like I have Tourette's. I just hates it.
That was also
Sometimes
there
I
was
just
also in Deuce Bigelow.
seriously.
When they were at the
I'm gonna need to watch it. All of a sudden I just go, and he's like, oh. He's trying to go to sleep. Poor guy. He worked so hard here. He's trying to go to sleep, and I'm like, did I tell you? He's like, what? Or I'll be like, can you get me while you're up? And he's like, oh, I'm not up. Anyway, I will film it and I'll show you so you can actually feel what it feels like to be Nick. Poor Nick.
I would
love
pay anything to see this.
We're going to do it. I promise. We'll do it. I don't care. I don't
I'll
care.
buy the nerd rope and the Ambien.
Listen, we said we're
I'll
going to be
find
real.
black market Ambien if I have
This is it. No, I don't need to. I got the Ambien. I get it. I get it every month. Don't worry.
Do you get it from the same place?
No. But it's a good idea. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to take my Grun.
That's from My Cousin Vinny. He's like, did you get it from the same guy that sold Jackie's beanstalk?
Pills. Oh, the beans.
Magic.
Oh, the
Are these magic grits?
Those are magic.
So the law of physics ceased to exist on your stove?
I think so. I'm doing it.
You got to
Those
do
are going to
it.
be my magic. I love it. So I'll do it in the morning tomorrow. So tonight, I'm not promising anything. I'm definitely going to do the Ambien and the nerd roll. I mean,
How long does a nerd rope last?
I
Are
mean,
they sour like nerds?
they taste just like a nerd roll, like exactly like a nerd roll. So I think it's like 450 milligrams for the nerd roll. So I take a little tiny bite. So I would say I probably take 10.
Yeah.
So it lasts me a little over a month.
10.
A long time. 10. Sometimes I get that extra because it looks good. You know, like when you bite a nerd rope and you get that extra little piece. You just want to like even it off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that and then it doesn't work out. I'm definitely not.
I'm sorry, I can't even focus because I have so much energy from my gummies I just ate.
Oh my God. Those are they're amazing.
How did you find this?
On TikTok.
Was that when you eat the nerd rope and then make the videos?
That's exactly when I do that stuff.
Yeah.
I
You know what?
promise.
We're also going to have that entire podcast on how you make the videos.
Yes.
I've never seen it. It's ridiculous.
amazing.
72
I
you're
amaze myself.
crushing videos for
I amaze
Instagram.
myself. I'm not kidding. I get it all the time. Who does your social media? Oh, that
Social
would be-
media Nick said
That
it.
would be me. He did.
He did.
I'll take that. As
Yeah,
a
he did.
compliment. What's that little thing underneath called? Brooklyn Dough, and then what's that little line called?
Underscore.
Oh, underscore.
Kathy, you should know you're the
I
social
need it.
media queen.
I'm telling you. I don't know.
You know, so I was trying to,
I think-
so for the salon Instagram, like Salon Lusso, I wanted Salon Lusso, right? Lusso, but I can't get it. Somebody has it. So I messaged
somebody
this
has mine
girl.
too. Oh, you did?
Yeah, she hasn't posted in like so long. And I messaged her like, hey, can I I'll pay you, whatever, you know? So instead I had to do Salon _ Lusso.
Got it. Did she message you
No, I
back?
haven't heard back from her. I check all the time. check all the
I
time.
have a great email too. Everyone wants my email in my website. Everyone wants it. Living my best life.
Oh yeah, living my best. I mean,
I don't know.
come on.
It was
You
great.
can't get better than that. You are living your best life.
I am living my best
You
life.
are living your best life,
Who would have ever thought I was going to have a podcast? No one I knew.
especially at your age.
No. Oh my God. I know. Jamie. Oh my
See,
God.
Nick, we can't give it up because you're laughing over there. All right, guys. So stay tuned for Kathy's Nerd Rope Ventures. That they might have to get their own podcast.
I mean, maybe.
So if you could like and subscribe, comment will even help on YouTube, Spotify, social media, Instagram, all the above. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Next week. See you next week.